The last week of September. It's a good news. We have successfully reached the house of all the 32 families. It was very tough at times, but we didn't stop. We kept on walking, crossed landslides, narrow and steep mountain roads. The wishes of so many people from around the world kept us safe. Naru. A boy will take the family's name forward. A girl will get married and leave the family. We can't take money from a girl, said a local man. Today we are living in a revolutionized world. However, Nepali society is yet to come to terms with these changes. They continue to live in a world with a heavy bias against a girl child. The most tragic phrase we ever heard, is it a girl? People often have a belief that a girl is a liability and a boy is an asset. Naru, a brown-eyed, strong and sweet little girl, has seen it all at such a young age. Her father didn't thought anything about the future of his kids. After having 6 girls with her wife, now remarried in awe of his son. Patriarchal society is really a curse to humanity. Pratiksha. Look at her hopeful eyes. Education is not just about putting information in. We have forgotten that, in fact, it begins in the child's heart. In the mountains, on long trekking and countryside walking roads. After a period of time, we enter a world of complete silence and deep thoughts. Then some questions arise automatically. That is, why are we doing this? What we will get out of it? Then, these smiling faces and hopeful eyes appear in front of us, and suddenly our hearts feel a sensation of immense strength, and due to this, we're still walking. The wishes coming out of the pious heart of Pratiksha will make us reach the remotest villages and mountains. She's just 6 years old but understands what she wants in life and what will take her toward a happy and healthy future. Anushka. The average age of Nepali is around 69 years, but the average age of people in Basura is around 59 years. Mostly, women are at the receiving end due to the increasing poverty. Of the 9 local levels in Basura, more than 75% of people in Swami Kartik Rural municipality live in extreme poverty. The patriarchal socio-cultural and educational structures which maintain male domination are the spheres of existing inequalities. The old guards often restrict women from social, political, and economic opportunities. Anushka is somehow surviving in this environment. Nepal faces many challenges, but none of them can be solved without education. Today, millions of Nepali children are out of school. Most of them are girls. This is a tragedy for everyone, an enormous waste of human potential and a threat to the future of Nepal. Anjana, an educated girl has direction. She has hope. We're pretty sure Nepali girls will find some way, something that will make them smile after the completion of their basic schooling. We just have to keep trying and fighting for all of them. The one and only thing they need right now is us, our support, and of course, a little bit of inspiration. Anjana lost her mother around 3 years ago. She and her 3 siblings lost everything that day, and their whole life turned upside down. Dropped out of school, pencils in their hands were replaced by agricultural tools. Often meeting us, she smiled after a long time. Some improvements have been witnessed in reducing child labor over the last decade in Nepal. However, there are still 1.1 million children working in brick kilns, carpet factories, and entertainment business, among others. We can only hope Anjana will not end up like them. Savita, Mr. Ujale, his wife Mrs. Panchkala, 2 sons and 4 daughters are compelled to live in a cave type of mud house. They have been facing more problems managing 2 square meals. Sadly, they lost 1 daughter due to medical issues around 4 years ago. Savita works throughout the day, transporting stones from one place to another. They have no electricity, no clean water, and climate change is turning the already arid terrain into a moonscape. There are more opportunities for high school graduates. such as pursuing higher education or seeking entry-level positions in the formal sector. But those who do not complete high school, like most of the kids in far west Nepal, they can't even step out of the villages. Amani. Families are being forced off land farmed by their ancestors for generations owing to the climate crisis in Nepal. Lack of rain has destroyed the living of the country's subsistence farmers, and many have been forced to give up their land and move to cities to try to find work to provide an income for their families. Climate change is further widening the gender gap and worsening existing social inequalities due to women's inadequate access to and control over productive resources, their limited mobility and voice in decision making. They can't even look straight. Their eyes always look down in the presence of a male. This is the result of successive oppression. We hope Amani will complete her schooling, acquire the knowledge and courage to fight this patriarchal thinking. Binita. It is as much of a crime to commit injustice as it is not to oppose it. The state of most Nepali women in their social, cultural, official, and legal capacities is so appalling and alarming that it would be a crime not to speak up. Mrs. Devu doesn't even know the age of her girls. She has 5 daughters. Due to societal pressure and stubbornness of his husband, she kept on having kids in awe of his son. Binita is the eldest daughter, and hopefully she will not drop out and get married after 3-4 years. Day by day, Nepali women are gaining in their fight against social and culturally rooted patriarchy. They do not face the same discrimination that their mothers did, but it is a source of great shame that the Nepali state has institutionalized gender discrimination. Tashvera. What we are learning around the world is that if women are healthy and educated, their families will flourish. If women are free from violence, their families will flourish. If women have a chance to work and earn as full and equal partners in society, their families will flourish. And when families flourish, communities and nations do as well. Tashvera, her 6 siblings, parents, and all the villagers were so happy to see us. At first, they got shocked. How can someone talk so openly about menstruation and period blood? We tried our best and spread the word across numerous villages. Thank you everyone for believing us. Namaste.